Let's start this with NK Gosavi's comment.
Which is, I didn't say.
He is saying, please appreciate your viewers' time and do come on time. That would be really great.
6:30 exact. I think today is one of the very.
6:15 is our time.
You told me 6:30.
No,
No,
you always knew that it was going to be 6:15.
No.
Because half an hour ago, we met here because that banda had come, na?
I came down with the judge himself. Right?
See,
And the judge.
That banda had come when.
No, that banda came 1 hour before the show. And we.
Not 1 hour. He came at
5:30 that banda came.
5:45.
And 5:50 that banda went away.
5:50 I told you that 6:15 I'll be here.
He only get this change.
That banda took just 7 minutes.
He started with a comment. I'm going to take another comment. The reply to your thing. Manish Sahani has said, bro, you must realize these guys must be busy somewhere. That's why it's taken time. Na? They're busy. We're doing higher registration and other registration.
What is that?
And he was busy watching his own program, Picnic. I had to tell
Yeah, I hope you watch Picnic with Viknik, the first episode that we've shot today in India.
Yeah, yes.
One of the best that we must have done. Am I right?
Yeah, we have director of photography, DOP.
Yeah, DOP. DOP was sitting inside the building.
Having coffee.
He had given instructions to the cameraman.
Yeah.
Saying, do it from here, just do this.
No, I think Chandresh has also sent a message to him.
Yeah.
After that. So,
Yeah, just send
he's sending 2 applications. Yeah. He's sending 2 applications.
No, they thought as much.
That is expected. Because we both think alike, me and Chandresh.
My favorite football team in the World Cup, I'll go with the easiest. I'll say Argentina. Because I'm not a football buff and I'm not very aware of the details of the teams. But Argentina is the safer one.
Safer one, okay. Not Brazil.
Yellow.
Shakti Prasad. Front foot, sir, take my name. Taken your name, sir, taken your name.
Don't have to look there.
Yeah.
Have a discussion here.
Okay, chalo, let's
Picnic
start.
with Viknik was fun. We had some high tea,
Yeah.
coffee, some Indian chai, some English chai, some penalty shootout, some reverse sweeps and paddle.
Amazing
shots.
batting here.
And the British High Commissioner played.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome. So soon there will be a match which will be shown on SportsTak and Sports Today live between the British High Commission team and Sports.
And that will be played, by the way, for your kind information. That
What is
will
a choo-choo?
Because a big announcement is about to.
like yesterday.
So basically, that match will be live and exclusive, of course, on SportsTak and Sports Today, and that will be played at Lords.
Yeah.
That will be at Lords.
They'll hold you to it. Don't say things and promise if you cannot fulfill.
No, you are also
Tomorrow,
saying,
if we are
This
playing
could be
CK
manifestation.
PlayStation,
you are also saying,
Could be manifestation.
CK PlayStation.
no, but you are also saying a few things which may or may not happen.
Like
Like the one that you just said.
the
Before-
match.
Yeah.
No, match.
will happen.
The
Of
match
course.
is documented.
Okay. No, that's fine.
That is documented.
No,
that is
what I'm saying,
documented.
Lords.
Yeah.
No, it will be played in an
We'll have
English
a-
setting, English looking ground.
In
but
winters.
greater-
In Indian winters.
No, why Greater Noida? Why not?
Siri Fort is a better option, I think.
I think
Okay,
Firozshah
yes.
Kotla.
Yeah.
Why not Firozshah
Can be
Kotla?
done.
It's very close to the High Commission also. No?
Yeah. But if you
The-
want
the
English
resident
conditions, Siri Fort is the one.
English conditions.
Why not Roshnara?
No.
English
Not
conditions
anymore.
are in Terry also.
Oh,
He
yes.
doesn't go to that side of the city. You know,
West Delhi,
West Delhi.
West Delhi. He
doesn't go.
He doesn't.
other side of the world that I live in. Yeah, what is this choo-choo, yaar?
Chair.
It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like
Then he makes, like he moves also.
It's like my life, you know.
You should be still.
Rickety.
No, you're not still.
I'm not steady. Yeah, that I know.
Yeah. You enjoying this choo-choo?
No, but the problem is it has become now.
What are you doing here?
Even if I
Chalo, let's start here.
What is the weather update, my weatherman friend?
No weatherman friend or anything, because I have gotten most of the weather predictions wrong in the past. But
Okay.
the
Last one you got right.
I got it right. Hamilton, and tomorrow 70% chances of rain towards the evening time.
And the game starts in the evening only.
Oh, afternoonish time, if you may say.
their time is
Oh, it's at 50-50.
Yes.
Yeah,
So one team will
2:30.
get to bat, the other will not.
So it'll be a shortened game.
2:30 New Zealand time, no?
yeah.
It'll be 7 India, so 2:30 New Zealand time.
So you might get to see a 2020.
Hope so. But Hagley Oval, as we had said, drainage facility is okayish. Hamilton was exceptional because the ground staff were continuously mopping all the excess water that had collected on the
That
Monday.
is
they
the
were.
reason why you had a 12.5 over game.
Yes, because the intensity of rain from 8 to 10 was very bad. It was pouring, literally pouring. So,
2:30 local time.
yeah, that's what I said. 2:30, 7 India time, 7.5 hours, 2:30, and the final match in this huge 2-month-long tour down under from Australia till. They
Yeah.
have
Some
actually
of the
there
guys
from
actually-
October.
But the New Zealand tour has been an anticlimax actually, yeah.
The
we
last two
expected-
India New Zealand
That
So
I
much-
told you is Rahul Rawat's fault. When he was there, matches happened.
Okay.
So one match
No, but
before he
I-
had reached didn't happen.
Yeah, one and
When
a
he
half
was
matches
there,
happened.
happened.
But I'm usually sent on these with these shoestring budget, you know.
No, it was a junket,
Yeah, that's what I'm
not
saying.
a shoestring budget.
No, but still,
It was a junket.
yeah. So I'm sent on junkets. Only.
Yes. You are privileged.
Go to, but I would do anything to go to New Zealand. It's a beautiful country.
I've been wanting,
Much better than.
I've been wanting to go there for 31 years. Not had a chance. Ever since I watched that 92 New Zealand Australia game on TV Auckland, I've been, wow, I want to go there. An 8-year-old just, okay, color TV, right? Oh man, that canary yellow, first love. The second love is because of the Brazilian Seleção, which I saw in 94. And that's it. The yellow love has
No
remained.
wonder. And then came Chennai Super Kings.
No!
Okay, come on, yeah. You're a Chennai. You are Chennai and you sit here every time.
Chennai Super Kings, it's just a coincidence it's yellow, but the two main reasons are the Australian
Yeah,
canary
yeah,
yellow
but I'm saying-
and the Seleção of Brazil.
So how lucky are you
Australian,
that yellow continued to be your team?
it's dominance. Dominance
Yellow.
personified.
Today also.
Is this game live?
No.
No.
This is, last night's very
Yeah.
exciting game.
Korea, Ghana.
It was happening while
3-all, no?
you got Jazbati.
No,
So
Ghana
for what?
3-2. 3-all was Cameroon,
This is
Serbia.
happening live. I was watching it.
I thought.
No, 3-all was Cameroon, Serbia. 3-2 Ghana.
This is 3-2 Ghana won.
Oh,
This is a
yeah,
recording
yeah.
that is coming.
67th minute they scored the winner. So.
Yeah. Yeah, they were 2-0 down, Korea.
Yeah.
They made it 2-all,
2-all.
and then 3-2 Ghana won.
11 minutes of added
So what's
time.
the agenda today?
Agenda is that any changes expected for the final ODI? Would it be so? One game you played Sanju, then Huda came in, and now what happens?
You
Third
he
game?
didn't even get a chance.
You do a toss, or you keep the same team, or what do you do?
I would say you keep the same team. Out of 12.5 overs, what are you going to gauge? Nothing. And anyway,
3
most
spinners.
very surprising. 3 spinners in New Zealand.
No, but you.
No,
did
but
it
you
in
don't have
Hamilton.
a batsman who can bowl medium pace. You don't.
We don't.
So if there's no Hardik Pandya, how
So
would you?
reduce a spinner, bring a fast bowler. That's what I'm saying.
Who?
Deepak Chahar. No, Shardul
Yeah,
Thakur was
but
not fit.
again-
That's the problem.
Your
For
batting-
UZ, you could get a fast bowler.
No, but your batting will look very brittle, yeah, and
No,
especially.
for UZ, I'm saying. You could get a fast bowler for conditions because you're playing in Christchurch, helps fast bowlers.
See, you've got
That's
2
one
off
option.
spinners who can bat. 2 off spinners, Washington Sundar and Deepak Huda.
Yeah, see, you need wicket-taking bowlers.
Yes.
You know, you start compromising on these things, then it becomes a problem. I'm not saying that UZ Chell is having the best of time, but if I were to replace him, I'll replace him with Kuldeep Yadav.
Yes.
So the other way you could do is take one of the spinners out in Huda and or Washington, and bring, if Shardul is fit, bring him in.
Bring him in,
and
yes.
that solves your purpose. Like you get some.
It might
batting
happen.
and you.
It might happen here because of the conditions.
So both Chahar
in
and
Christ.
Shardul play. That way you get your fast bowling all rounder to an extent.
So do you drop Sundar after that cameo?
Huda will be the one to go.
No, obviously, I think Washington Sundar will be there in the 11.
No, I'm saying if you need an extra fast bowler, because now you're playing in Christchurch.
He is injured.
You need 3 spinners. I know that the boundaries are going to be big in Hagley Oval compared to Hamilton, but still, would you need 3 spinners there?
Even in India, even in spinning conditions, barring a test match in ODIs, where have we ever played 3 spinners? 3 spinners in New Zealand, that too.
No, Huda is not your bowler. He's just a fallback option.
Fallback option, yes.
He's just a fallback.
Although he did bowl consistently in that West Indies series, the last time they played an ODI there.
See, we talk about other players. Also look at Deepak Huda. I mean, if he's not getting a game here, he may get lost in Indian cricket. There may not be any future for him. And somebody who's part of the World Cup team, do you abandon him so easily?
As I said in the previous discussion that
have you been fair to him? Have you given him fair chances?
We have the selectors and the BCCI seem to be employing the chewing gum theory.
What is that?
Good for some point in time and then check it out. Happened with Venkatesh Iyer after 2021.
Chewing gum theory is, now I understand what he's trying to say. The chewing gum, that the sweetness lasts very short.
Very short.
And then once that sweetness goes away, you spit it out.
Yes.
That's the chewing gum theory he's talking.
Yes.
Interesting.
Because it happened with Venkatesh Iyer. He's nowhere in the frame now. And there are several other players. Deepak Huda is heading down that path. There is also...
No, he's still there with the team.
But not is he getting the chances? Prasidh Krishna, we don't know about his injury status.
He's injured, yeah.
Prasidh Krishna, I think he was there in the ODI setup for India.
Kuldeep Yadav.
By the way, that's interesting. Does he play this game? Because now he's not in the Bangladesh thing. And interestingly, Kuldeep was part of the T20 squad. Didn't get a game. Now part of ODI. If he doesn't play tomorrow and he's not part of the Bangladesh
I have a
team,
feeling that Kuldeep Yadav might replace Chahal in the 11.
One game he gets.
Yeah.
But India's strength primarily has been, if you're playing in India, 16, 17, 18, we were dominant at home. It was the Kulcha duo. Has everything changed so dramatically that Kulcha can't even get together? That too in India. Has everything changed so dramatically? Kulcha.
Yeah, how would you get 2 spinners? Tough. 2 spinners playing, especially if unless Hardik comes back, then he's your fast bowling all rounder.
Yeah.
Then it's possible.
Hardik, Bumrah. I mean, Bumrah is your certainty for the World Cup, provided he doesn't get injured all over again. And they manage him well, unlike what happened in prior to the T20 World Cup. And your other bowling options, you'll have to work upon it from this point in time. Deepak Chahar, I would say give him a consistent game time starting from January onwards.
Oh, but they were giving him time. It's only that he was...
he got injured.
Yeah.
Just like Kuldeep, wrong time he got injured. In the Zimbabwe series, played one game.
But if Deepak Chahar had not got injured, would he have travelled to the World Cup?
I think he would have.
He should have.
If
he was not...
If he was fit, would they have taken Deepak Chahar to the World Cup?
although he was
he remained a standby.
The reserves.
Yeah.
But still, I think he was fit enough to travel with the team. To be very honest, he had that ankle issue, following which he went to the NCA, and he was okay to travel with the team or with the reserves, Mohammad Shami and Mohammad Siraj. But they chose Siraj over Deepak Chahar.
But can I tell you, when he had that chance to have performed for the Indian team also, after that Zimbabwe he came back, played, after that he was selected, when he could have got a chance to play, he got injured at the wrong time.
And also he was never given that kind of confidence also. A lot of players, he also falls in that category where a lot of players are not given confidence, and I think Deepak Chahar was also among in that category. Although I agree with you, he has always gotten injured at the wrong time, be it right at the start of the IPL. If he would have played the IPL and he could have had a great season, obviously Chennai Super Kings spent somewhere around 14 crores for him, and if he could have justified that kind of money that they splurged on him, and he could have had a brilliant season, and then maybe a few other games at the right time. He's always been in the shadows of your other famed stars. So I thought he was somebody tailor-made at least that is what we were made to feel, because he was given he was your T20 specialist. That is what we were made to feel, because I remember in 2018,
6 for 7 Bangladesh.
no, and even the Asia Cup that Rohit Sharma won.
UAE, huh?
Basically, he was leading that pace attack. By the way, he was the one who was leading that pace attack. So, unfortunately, could be I don't know. Team management may not have shown enough faith in his abilities. That's why.
Well, I think the Asia Cup he was rather unlucky, where he was part of the team.
He wasn't drafted.
And he wasn't even drafted in. Even when there was a stage where you were waiting for who got injured at that time? Avesh. He had fever also, not injured.
Where is
actually,
Avesh
fever.
these days?
I don't know. He's not been.
So they've given up on him also?
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
Because in that entire period, he was more missed than hit in the death overs. So that's when they got the smoking gun. Okay, he's ill. Let him
I kind of agreed that okay, they gave him an extended run. Then the same criticism would have been, yeah, you said he's that death bowler. 1 or 2 games he's not done well. You've discarded him. So I like the fact that they persisted with him, even though he was not in best of shape. But it's the time where he got fever and he was almost on the verge of being
such things will
drafted
happen.
out.
Not every player who gets a chance will prove.
Exactly.
The selectors, like Nikhil said, they were fair to him.
Yeah.
I think they gave Venkatesh Iyer also sufficient number of chances. It's just that the players could not click. Iyer, I still feel you should.
9 games.
Iyer, no, but ठीक है यार, I mean,
on what basis was he picked in the team?
Because of his
what
performances
basis?
for KKR in the
Where
IPL.
did he play?
2021.
No, where did he play? What was his batting
Opener.
slot? And where did you play him in the
Number
Indian
5,
team?
6.
So
but you just
basically-
wanted him as a backup for Hardik Pandya,
Hardik.
and the moment Hardik Pandya was fit, you discarded him.
discarded.
But I think that's a mistake. You should again. I don't know what's his form. Is he fit? His last IPL wasn't so good.
No, he wasn't.
But I think these are the players. You should give confidence to them. You should retain them, have them on the fringes, give them opportunities every now and then. Like in Bangladesh, if Hardik Pandya is not travelling, Venkatesh Iyer could have been sent. Should have given him more chances. Should have seen maybe in a 50-over competition, Venkatesh Iyer could be more suited. You never know, but I think again,
I think he played 50 over.
what has happened has happened.
he was picked in South Africa.
I think he played a few games. If not, just see Venkatesh Iyer, ODI.
I think he did get a few games in South Africa when we travelled last year after Virat.
South Africa?
In South Africa
No,
last
he
year.
didn't get a chance. Did he?
I think so.
No, I think he got it at home.
No,
At
here also.
Shivam,
I think in
please
South
check
Africa.
Venkatesh Iyer.
In South Africa.
Venkatesh Iyer, ODI he got, and because
The
I
one that
remember.
he lost under KL Rahul.
I remember that.
0-3.
Where Sky didn't get a chance. I think Iyer got, and then Sky came in for one game, last one. But he played, I think, at the home series, if I'm not mistaken. Has he played?
Yeah,
Two
he played in
ODIs.
South Africa.
2 ODIs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
played in
last he played in
All the
South
matches in
Africa.
PAL.
So both I think he played there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, both the ODIs. You're right. So 2
But
ODIs
majority
and asked
of-
to bat at 6 or something. like that.
So majority of the players that you pick them, even if you're picking them from domestic cricket or IPL, they're all top order batsmen. So you don't pick those horses for courses. We need a death specialist.
Absolutely.
So we need a middle order batsman or a lower middle order batsman. So you went with
You
Dinesh
pick
Karthik
the
on-
best batsman and then say, okay, let's just
Yeah,
try and make
exactly.
a batting lineup.
So
Best in the sense, not best actually.
what has
the
happened
highest
has
See, even
wicket.
Sanju Samson's batting out was position. He's never been 5-6. He's always
exactly
Yeah.
top order batsman.
4-3-2-1. That's where he's batted.
Yeah.
But such is the competition. Look, all our A-listers are back for Bangladesh. All the other
Not
guys,
all of them.
Virat Rahul.
There's no Jadeja, there's no Hardik Pandya, there's no Surya
Only
Kumar
the top
Yadav.
order. 3. Top
Yeah, but you don't have these 3, no? Hardik Pandya is sure to play in your one-day 11. Jadeja is sure to play in your one-day 11.
Surya.
Surya Kumar Yadav is also, I think,
Yeah.
one of the very strong candidates. So
Bumrah.
just don't look at your 1, 2, 3. Look at your 4, 5, 6.
Bumrah also 4. So 4
Look at your 4, 5, 6.
4-5-6.
A-listers.
And that is the area where you need to have backups. I mean, if they've decided Shikhar Dhawan is going to play in the World Cup next year, then Rahul will also have to
Bat at number 4.
At number 4, 5 or whatever.
Although he started at 4, it's reverse for Rahul. Started at 4, but then he's now opening. He started his career at number 4, didn't he? KL Rahul. Got hundreds at number 4.
Yeah.
But now he's the reverse now, gone up to open.
No, but then he was brought back low down the order. No? Because
New Zealand only, I think.
The previous team management thought that he was too good a batsman to
sit out,
not be part of that 11. So
they got him to keep also.
That was initially, but later on now I think they've settled in or zeroed in on Rishabh Pant as their
There was
preferred
one
choice.
point where it was decided, and I think Virat said it, if I'm not mistaken, that
Yes.
he is going to be that wicket keeper.
So my question to you guys is, what's the way forward for Indian cricket? Let's say the new selection committee comes. From January, they start selecting
who will have
teams.
applied for selection?
Or you will
Lots of
get
names already doing the round. There's Maninder Singh, Nayan Mungia,
Atul Vasan, Nikhil Chopra.
Atul Vasan,
Maninder
Nikhil
Singh, by the way,
Chopra.
was rejected last time.
There is also
Ajit Agarkar wasn't even shortlisted. Although I don't think Ajit Agarkar has applied.
There is Ship Sundar Das.
Chip Sundar Das.
Yep. Hemang Badani.
Hemang Badani has applied. Yes. Ritinder Singh Sodhi has applied. I mean.
Yes.
No, what's the way forward for Indian cricket? Let's say till the end of the World Cup, you've got X number of ODIs. I don't know, 15, 18, 20, 25. Would you rotate players or would you stick with your main 11 every game?
The selection
Post
panel last
Bangladesh.
year. The selection panel is this year. It reminds me of that scene in that film, Khatta Meeta. There is a problem with the road roller. What is the problem? He thinks the selectors, I am thinking of the selectors Johnny Lever. They're saying, "Arey, abhi problem ठीक कर देता हूँ." Starts, okay, does a bit of rotation and all this. Okay, it started, but it stopped. He dismantles the entire road roller, and yet he says, "इसको कबाड़ी में भेज दो." That is the current situation of this Indian cricket team.
No, but-
Where is the problem?
No, I'm talking about the future. What has happened now.
Where is the elephant to pull the road roller now?
Would there still be players who would be rotated, or would you stick to your 11 every one-day game?
They will be rotated.
Why should they be rotated?
Because from 2023, March to June, you're going to have an IPL.
No, that's fine. So
Bowler
before the IPL, after the IPL, these guys won't play in the ODIs?
Now,
Very
are you
limited.
trying to say that a lot of players will pull out of that Australia home series?
But Australia has just 4 tests. They don't have an ODI.
No, but still there are a lot of
The test matches, nobody's going to pull out. Yeah.
No one's pulling out test match. See, the Sri Lanka series.
Do you have any player in your mind?
No, I'm asking him because he said that workload will be managed because you have
it's very
an
simple.
IPL to play.
Your T20 team will be entirely different from the one-day team, ideally. So let these T20 guys play T20s, and when the T20s are not happening, the one-day guys and the test match guys, they get rest.
Yes.
Once the ODIs and the test matches start, you play them.
Hardly any.
Why would they need rest? See, 3 formats are not going to overlap now.
Yeah.
And if you're still telling me that the one-day guys will be part of the T20 setup, then I'm sorry, again, you've not learned from your mistakes.
You're not learned since
Yeah.
2019.
No, that though they won't be. I think it's been.
You
made
never
pretty
know
much.
if
But
one of the player
Okay.
he says, "Let me play one more World Cup." Yeah, they could be considerate enough. They could be.
Select
One or 2 players, I don't know, maybe. But predominantly your T20 team is changing, your captain is changing.
Well, it
Outside
depends
for
who
different-
calls the shots. Is it the players or the selectors?
No, players. Why should the players call?
So far they have been.
Yeah, but I'm saying why should they now? So,
They have been.
but and also we are talking about selectors. We are getting all sorts of news that this person has applied for the
Applied,
job. First, you have to appoint a CAC, Cricket Advisory Committee,
Which they will.
and thereafter you will have these formalities that who is to be picked or named, and then I think even if we 4 of us discuss here, or even the viewers, if they pick 12 or maybe 13 names, 11 out of them will definitely play the ODI World Cup next year.
No, but now
Because
there
they
are
are
there are a few tough calls that you may have to take.
So for that,
For
you need
instance,
selectors.
Shikhar Dhawan. What happens to him? Is he going to be your World Cup future? Is he not going to be your World Cup future?
No, but
World Cup
looking
is
at a
like,
short-term future.
yeah,
It's a
he's-
short. We're not looking at a 4-year term or a 4-year
I'm
duration.
talking about the 50-50 World
Of course,
Cup. There
he's
are
the
a few.
highest run
10 months
getter.
away from here.
So you are saying Shikhar Dhawan has to be part of the next year's World Cup?
As of now, he's the highest run
You
getter.
cannot
I
that's
think.
a call.
I'm saying,
So that's a call the selectors have
you
to take.
cannot rule him out.
No,
You should not rule him.
I'm not saying. See, even if you're saying that, okay, Shikhar, you're going to be part of the World Cup, it's a call that you've got to take and stick with it.
No, but
you
they
can't tell Shikhar
aren't
Dhawan
doing-
1 month before the World Cup, sorry, yaar, aapse nahi ho payega. Then, if you tell him, Shikhar, you are the core, then he's got to be the core. Then you play him every game. Let him open.
But aren't you sending a message when you are giving him the captaincy in the absence of Rohit?
Who was giving him the captaincy? And by the way, the ODIs were irrelevant for Indian cricket.
Yeah, that's
When
When
he
did
was
they say that these games are relevant? If these games were relevant,
No, that's-
then all the stars would have been playing in the ODIs.
No, that's
so
fine.
Shikhar has been the captain of the ODIs in the absence of everybody else.
everybody else.
Everybody else.
Yeah, Virat.
Virat,
Virat,
KL Rahul.
Virat is not your captain anymore.
No, Virat, Rohit,
Rohit
KL
Sharma,
Rahul also.
That's it. Only 2 names.
Yeah. See, Hardik again was part of the team that went to Sri Lanka last year, and Shikhar was the captain.
Yes.
But Hardik was, I think, making a comeback.
Plus, Hardik had not won an IPL.
Yes.
The Hardik
so
now,
now the
Hardik
situation
then,
might
big
change.
difference.
No, that's fine. I am saying still.
And somebody who's going to be your T20 captain, ideally would also be a backup captain for the ODIs.
Hardik Pandya.
Yeah.
A backup captain, yeah.
But I doubt if.
No, if he's going to play in the ODIs.
No, why will he not play in the
He didn't play these games. He's not going to go to Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
He didn't bowl in the 2 T20s, which means that
See, there is
He's
there
going to
is
be
a lot of
cotton
cynicism
wool.
as to why the rotation policy will be followed. 4 overs. 4 overs T20I. Only one player in that entire Indian cricket team, he played 80% of the games. And that was
Bhuvi.
Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Rest, only 2 others played 70% of the games. Heavier workload in an ODI. Are we expecting these same people to play all the matches heading into the World Cup? Plus with a 3-month IPL window now.
How many ODIs will he have roughly leading? up to-
Roughly, see, there is a Sri Lanka series expected, 5 matches. Then you have the Asia Cup. You have New Zealand coming over to India. And then Asia Cup, and that's about it. Roughly about 25.
20 ODIs in a year. Why should
200 overs.
a player be able to play that? Well, everyone played past cricketers
Yeah.
who were playing Test cricket. They're playing
they
about
used to.
these many ODIs.
the only difference is the T20s came in. That's it.
Yeah, but now you won't have T20.
Now you won't have T20s, and if you've got T20s, your T20 setup will be different.
Yeah.
Steve
It has
Waugh-
to be different.
Steve Waugh made a very interesting comment today. He said that I'm not able to make a connect with this Australian cricket team because who are playing regularly? Very few are playing regularly. So he's feeling a disconnect. I can't make out this
Siddharth,
Australian
I
cricket team.
can't connect myself to the Indian team as well.
Yeah.
Every show that we sit on, we ask for यार इस series की team बता दो, Bangladesh series की team बता दो.
I've always asked-
we get confused.
Yeah, I have always asked Nikhil, I've told Nikhil that what is the easiest thing to do? Analyzing the Indian cricket team 11 or playing the
Umran
cricket?
apparently is also not part of the Bangladesh team.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Why?
I mean, there is a disconnect in the way teams are selected for New Zealand and
you tell
Bangladesh.
me.
Clearly.
Currently, India A is in Bangladesh,
Bangladesh.
playing Bangladesh A. Your opener is Abhimanyu Easwaran. By the way, who is Abhimanyu Easwaran? Abhimanyu Easwaran, not too long ago, India travelled to the UK, England, under Virat Kohli
For the World Test Championship.
for the world, not for the World Test Championship. That was a series that, of course, 4 test series. No, India were leading 2-1.
2-1, huh.
When their opener got injured, and they asked the selectors to please give us an opener. They said Abhimanyu Easwaran is there with you people only. Please get him
use him.
open. They said no, we don't want Abhimanyu Easwaran. Then why you are still when your team management, when your coach, your captain, the entire senior staff or the core of your team, they can't show faith in one particular player, then why is he there in the...
So the problem lies in that only, that you give so much power to the player or the coach to decide who to have and who to play rather than the selector. See, you can only have one vision. I'm saying either could be wrong. You're in a different role, I'm in a different role, you'll have to go with one person's vision. I'm not saying that would be the right thing or that person knows the way, but go with that. If that doesn't work for you, then change it. In this case, so you have a group of selectors, and that's where the problem is. They thought that Abhimanyu Easwaran, because of his exploits in domestic cricket, should be that guy, so they sent him. But the team management doesn't see just numbers in domestic cricket, but sees certain potential and feel that he doesn't have that potential, so they don't say. So there's a disconnect there. So either you go with them, and then when you sit and decide that team and say, okay, you decide who are the ones that you need for
this
potential.
Is the reason why I have always, you have questioned me, what do these selectors do? Do they actually select the team? Yes, they do. But the problem is, majority of your team, the core group, the 11, the 12 players are selected by the team management. Whatever the captain or the coach asks, the selectors give them. Secondly, now what do these selectors do then? So that is what I am saying. They select the standbys. The French players. Abhimanyu Easwaran, आप भेज दो यार. Abhimanyu Easwaran को भेज दो.
No, because you also have to give some sort of reward for your domestic performances.
Yes, domestic and then associations and all that.
Now, for example, I think Saurabh Kumar is picking up wicket or
Mukesh Kumar.
No, Saurabh.
Yes.
He is also, I think, 6-7 years he's been playing domestic cricket. This and that.
I think he must be either 30 or closing in on.
Yeah, must be. Now, suddenly, will you go? I mean, I'm just saying how the team management will look at. Does he come into your scheme of things? I don't know. But because he's doing well in domestic cricket, you will carry him with you. So that is what the disconnect is. It is between potential and performances. Either don't go by performances, then ask what you're looking at by the team management. Let them decide every team. Maybe not even have selectors then.
Somewhere down the line, I think they're purely relying on instinct. They are just relying on instinct, and the instinct is going wrong. Simple. Selectors and the management.
But the management. See, selectors. I am still saying, perhaps this was the best available squad that you had, that you sent to Australia for the World Cup. I agree. In the last T20 World Cup, they did mess up.
Yeah.
And there also, the team management had a huge role to play, because they asked for certain players and their requests or demands were fulfilled by the selectors. So they, somewhere or the other, especially after the T20, after the 2021 T20 World Cup, the selectors should have realized, now we should also have a say, and they should have put their foot down that this is what is going to happen. These are the players that we are going to select, and you have to stick to it. And if your selectors are also, see, whenever you have a tour, a team, now India A is traveling, you'll have a selector there. Vijay Hazare is happening, is ongoing right now. Your Cooch Behar, your selectors are traveling. Junior selectors, senior selectors, they're still traveling. So why is a chief selector traveling to Australia in the World Cup?
But I tell you,
I know he doesn't have
but in that Australia, we blame the management. But I guess who would be the player? I have a feeling that the team was also what the selectors wanted. Could there be a player that selectors wanted to send and the team management were reluctant to have him? I doubt there would be any player like that.
At this point,
can you think of any player that the selectors had in mind and were hell-bent?
2021, yes.
No, not 21. I'm talking about 2022.
There was no player who was left behind who should been on the flight to Australia.
Exactly.
No player.
No, I am just saying you had a 15-member squad and then you had 4 reserves. Shreyas Iyer, Mohammad Shami, Deepak Chahar, and who was the 4th one? Ishan? No.
Shardul was drafted.
Akshar Patel.
Akshar.
Siraj.
Ravi Bishnoi.
Ravi Bishnoi. 4 players. Ravi Bishnoi didn't go. Shreyas Iyer didn't go, Deepak Chahar didn't go, and Mohammad Shami.
Deepak Chahar got injured.
Yeah.
Deepak Chahar got injured.
No, but I thought that
he got injured.
He got fit in time to travel with the team.
Who?
At least with amongst the reserves. Mohammad Shami also flew out.
They took Mohammad Shami and Mohammad Siraj
Late.
because they
They
wanted
were at the NCA.
because they wanted a backup for Bumrah. Chahar could have been a backup for Bhuvneshwar. So I think under those circumstances, I don't think the selectors or the team management were wrong. I mean, it's just that they could not use the 11 properly.
Oh, yeah.
It is not about the resources.
Here,
It was about the resourcefulness.
this World Cup, I agree. It was the 11. I think you didn't play the right combination,
Yeah.
right 11. Unlike the last time, unlike you had.
I think more than the combination, Rahul,
wrong
simple
squad.
thing. Your dressing room was very defeatist. That was the problem. Your dressing room was very
Conservative.
defensive. It wasn't the
Conservative,
players or I mean these are good enough players, yeah. I mean somebody like Virat, Rohit, and KL Rahul batting in the top 3, and if you imagine India rarely touching 40 runs in the power play, I mean that is something very strange. Which means that the mindset of the dressing room was different. They were not tuned into what modern day T20 demands. They thought पहले विकेट नहीं गिरनी चाहिए यार 40 रन भी बहुत होते हैं. So that was a mistake. It wasn't just the selection or the play. I think once they decided after the Dubai defeat that these players have to play one more World Cup, these were the best 11 or 15 that you took to Australia.
Yeah.
You could not use them, or you didn't have the right strategies, or you didn't practice enough. So many things.
I don't have an issue. I think here before,
Shiva.
but the problem was
Sorry, super chat.
we were
Time then.
Yeah, just
we were-
quickly. Please go
we
ahead.
were shown a different picture throughout the year because you tried so many options, so many players throughout the year. Yuzi Chahal played so many games. Ishan Kishan played so many games. There were so many other players who played.
Yeah.
No, but Yuzi Chahal went to Australia. They didn't play him.
They didn't play him. Why? Ashwin didn't
Lack of common sense.
Ashwin, no, that's
That
fine.
was lack of common sense.
Ashwin didn't play too much of cricket in that 1 year period.
Even Dinesh
He-
Karthik, Rahul. I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
just
So
on the
you
basis
played
of
so
3-4
many players
IPL
throughout the
knocks.
year, and eventually when the time came, you said no, you sit there.
No, but with Dinesh, after that they continued with him for all series, including Asia Cup and everything.
The problem is he didn't get that many
happen.
chances to bat.
Didn't happen in
In
everyone
Dinesh
else.
Karthik's case,
It was
I
never
think-
going to be easy for him.
I think in Dinesh Karthik's case, you went with your instincts. Only
Yeah.
and only.
Yeah.
Rest others.
No, you were just looking for an opportunity
No,
to
you're
bring
looking-
Dinesh
you are
in.
eyeing a prayer.
You were just
Dinesh
looking at an opportunity to bring Ashwin in,
Yes, that's
You
what.
were-
Had it been somebody else.
not selectors, by the way.
Yes, I'm talking about.
Yeah, the team.
Had
They
it been
wanted these two
somebody
back.
else, had it not been a Dinesh Karthik, not Dinesh Karthik, would you have picked him?
No, but you did pick someone like a Venkatesh Iyer or a Varun Chakravarti.
No, his
That
point
was-
is different.
Even that was a mistake.
To get somebody out from the cold storage.
Even that was a mistake. To,
No,
if
no,
you ask
I
me,
don't know about cold story, but I'm saying just based on an IPL to pick players for a World Cup, that
was
happened
also a
before as
mistake.
well.
But then what have you learned in all these
you
years?
made a
then?
mistake. I
You
agree.
made mistakes in 2021. You made mistakes in 2022. Same team management, or maybe at least only the coach.
Same team management, yeah.
Only
Just the coach changed.
Coach changed,
Yeah.
and same selectors,
Yeah.
same BCCI, everything same. Everything was same. So basically, you learned nothing in that 12-month period.
Quickly take a few just comments.
Roy SP, I believe we can play Kulcha and subcontinent, though not in overseas situations. Are we going to see a reflection of the probable 11 in the Bangladesh team?
No, again, Bangladesh, there's no Jadeja, there's no Hardik Pandya, there's no Surya Kumar, there's no Bumrah. So, right.
All-rounders are the way forward for
name.
Indian cricket, sir. Tushar Tiwari is saying.
They are, but where are the all-rounders?
Apart from Hardik and Jadeja, who are there?
So you'll have to groom, yeah. You'll have
Next.
to look at somebody from the domestic level and then give him opportunities. Pick the right candidate.
Yeah. Mr. Shikhar, morning all. Have a great time in Qatar. Nick sir, couldn't meet you. And since my family lives there, I completed my entire schooling from Doha. But due to my MS studies here in US, not possible.
Mr.
If you have a
Shikhar.
request,
Yes.
do you have a request?
He can help you out.
Yeah, but no, you are in the US, na, I think. He
No, but
said.
he is family.
He's in
family
Doha.
lives
Also from Qatar.
He's saying my family could be of help, even if I am not.
Okay. Mr. Shikhar will have many requests.
Yes.
I'll connect later with you.
Yep.
Okay, any more?
You're carrying your henchman also, huh?
Hello? Ah, yeah.
That's about
That's it?
That's it. So tomorrow
7 o'clock.
6 a.m. 6:30 a.m. we'll be live from Sports Today and Sports Talk also.
Respective.
Yep, respective handles. Let's hope the rain stays away rather than getting up at 6. The worst thing about New Zealand is getting up early in this winter in India, seeing the rain. You just get, oh, come on.
Yeah.
It's actually a good thing to go back to sleep in this winter.
No, in my case, I can't. Because then suddenly, okay, maybe it will stop, maybe it will stop. Keep on running in the back of my mind, then I can't sleep.
Dedication.
Dedication. I remember in Bangalore, when I was on the New Zealand shift, 2:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. I would see the sun only for half an hour in that whole month. Why? Because office, I was the only one there until 11, 12. Finish my work, go out. I would sleep, get up at 8. Oh, it's dark again. Half an hour of sun for February, March for 4 years. That's all I would say. That's the New Zealand effect that it had. Lovely place to cover though. So, thank you. Bye-bye. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. And remember, 4 matches of the World Cup today, FIFA World Cup, including one very, very diplomatic war that is going to happen. US versus Iran.
England versus Wales.
Yeah.
Another one.
They're brothers, but family.
Family.
Who's the younger one?
There's no younger. They're family.
But the 12:30 a.m. The simultaneous nowadays will be a simultaneous match going on. US versus Iran. Expect a lot of
Because US websites refuse to use the full Iran flag.
yes. And
diplomatic
the PC was also cut short.
Ah.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye. That's it. Okay, thank you.
bye-bye,
Bye bye.
see you.
Vanakkam.